Today we'll be talking about the downfall of ChatGPT, what is wrong in the streaming world with Rakai being banned and Nina Lean, and in the African realm we'll be talking about the downfall of DSTV and my thoughts on the Diddy documentary. And with that said, let's get into the video. As I was scrolling on my YouTube, I came across this video that is saying that ChatGPT has declared code red, and upon more investigation, I found it very interesting as to why has it declared that. It is one of the biggest AI companies in the world. Well, apparently it's because the competition that it is facing against Google. The CEO told the staff in an internal memo that they are at a critical time for ChatGPT. They're in this place where they're being rattled by the success of Gemini 3, and now they are devoting more internal resources for improving ChatGPT. And this comes after a time, where Mark Benioff, who is a billionaire, said, he's switching to Google's Gemini 3 after using ChatGPT every day for 3 years, in stating that he just spent 2 hours on Gemini 3 and he's not going back. The leap is insane. Reasoning speed, images, video, everything is sharper and faster. It feels like the world just engaged again. When he says this, he goes to show that Gemini 3 is really onto business, right? And so I checked this site that has the benchmark of each company or whatever they do in terms of images and whatnot, and I'm just gonna put the link in the description below. You can check it out for yourself. Most of it is actually Gemini 3 being beat top, number 1 or number 2 when it comes to the text, when it comes to web development, when it comes to vision, text to image. Gemini is just topping, and ChatGPT, it's in the top 5 in some, but Gemini is like in the leaderboard, man, and it's very interesting, man. Also, the head of ChatGPT, Nick Turley, has also resetted our focus now to keep making ChatGPT more capable, to continue growing and expand access around the world while making it even more intuitive. I'm telling you guys, Gemini 3 is very interesting because I use the web development tool, like that thing and whatnot, bro. I'm telling you guys, it's insane. Like, you can prompt everything and then you can even use like that or whatever you're building, unless maybe I don't have Pro, so I was just using the free version, and my god, it's insane. Imagine now if you had the Pro version, man, you're making businesses and whatnot. It's just been 3 years, and the fact that AI has come so far in just this short span goes to show you guys that this is actually the future, because there was a time in 2020, if you come to remember, there was a time where the cryptocurrency space, or rather there was these shady things, and we thought it was the future, and then it crippled down. But this AI stuff is going very strong, and it's very interesting, man. And another thing you have to know, that the reason as to why Gemini has made this leap or in the AI world is because they have a lot of financial backing. Even I'm seeing Meta and Amazon all have, of course, they have a lot of financial backing because they've been the big guns for a long while. So they have, I'm pretty sure they have money reserved somewhere for things like this. Who knows what is in store for us in the future? Will ChatGPT do something interesting like what Gemini has done, take this leap? I also checked out the Google website to check out the features that make Gemini 3 much better than ChatGPT 3, and they say that it is the best model in the world for meta model understanding and their most powerful agentic and vibe coding model yet, delivering richer visualization and deeper interactivity, all built on foundation of state-of-the-art reasoning. Imagine, meaning that they have gone all in on this, man. Onto the topic of streamers. Streaming has become rather a very interesting thing in the content creation world. It's something rather new to some extent. The likes of Kai Cenat, Speed, revolutionizing this thing, and of course others following suit. And in this particular segment, we'll be talking about Nina Lean and Rakai. So these two people, or rather these two content creators, have been in the back end of controversy. In what sense? Nina Lean has been banned on Twitch in regards to her shoplifting, and it has caused an outrage in her fan base in the streaming world. And it is actually not her first ban, because that is just her third ban in just 6 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're asking what she was specifically banned for, is the fact that she was banned from stealing from Target, and here is the video.
This shit, GG's, bro. It might really be GG's gang. This right here is crazy. $230. No. There you go. This shit really about to be 30 bucks. Really about to be 30 bucks. No way. What? Hey guys, stop out. Way too poor for this. We are way too poor for this. Get out. Way too poor for this. Oh.
In this not the first time she has been caught in the back end of controversy, because there's some time ago that clips resurfaced from 2024 where she had inappropriate physical contact with Faze Silky's assistant alongside Zoe Spencer, and when they're being reprimanded by the public, they don't seem remorseful, especially when it came to her shoplifting. This is what she had to say.
Oh no, he's wilding. I'm telling you, bro, even if it was the stakes, bro, yo, bro, ain't nobody missing no money, bitch. Calm the down. No Target is not losing no type of money from some stakes, bitch. Ass fucking bum ass stakes. I don't give a shit. Man, if I put this on Twitter too, your mom's a bitch, she was a bitch, and happy holidays, all you hoes is good.
And goes to show what is not content creation, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you know, she has got all the clicks and likes and whatnot because negativity sells. But to what expense, you know? Is this the public inciting her to do this? Or has the purpose of entertainment gone down the drain that this is what now people are expecting from such? Please do let me know in the comments below. And now on to the Rakai controversy. They said that he has banned for something similar to Nina Lane. But again, it is not entirely known. Again, why did you have to prank a woman for that? And if you see from the video, you could see that she thought that he was giving her the flowers in good grace, but I guess not, for the purpose of content.
Oh no. No, we should give some money. Have a beautiful day.
You too?
That's you.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
God bless you.
Yep. Did you already pay for it?
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
All right, have a good day. God bless you.
All right, bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.
This also comes months later when Rakai was caught in the back end of, you know, streaming while dangerous driving and driving without a license. And also there was a time that he scammed, you know, a person on live stream, thousands of dollars. You know, they bet on if that person beat him on Fortnite, then he's gonna pay that person this certain amount, and things did not go as planned and he went against his word. So people are speculating that this chains of event has led to his 2-year ban.
Oh, oh my God. Oh, look at my face and look at my eyes, my nigga. You thought my black petite ass would pay you $6,500 for subs? For you? Bro, listen, gang. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. Nice meeting you, bro. You know, hope everything go good with you. And yeah, we just got scammed 2025, bro.
And so guys, what do you think about all of this? Do you think he was rightfully banned? And do you think that content creation in the streaming world has gotten out of hand? Please do let me know in the comments. And before going any further, please do like, comment, and subscribe if you find this type of content entertaining, informative, and maybe learning a thing or two. And that said, let us now move into the next topic. Now, to my Africa viewers or to whoever has heard of DSTV, if you don't know what DSTV is, it is this streaming platform, you know, like Netflix and whatnot, that has various channels where you can pick, maybe let's say TLC, you can pick MTV, the Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and just watch your favorite show. And for the longest time, people, especially when I was growing up in the early 2010s, privileged people used to have this product, you know, in their homes, and it was fine, it was good, you know, it was nice, it was appeasing. But with the rise of streaming, with the rise of everything that is happening in the world, it has seen a very downfall. And when I was checking the statistics of how it is just declining and declining, just staggering, ladies and gentlemen. I went on to this article and just found this. It is said that as of June 2025, DSTV subscriptions had fallen to just 188,824, which is an 84% plunge from nearly 1.2 million a year earlier. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, how do you go from 1 million to to 100,000, man, in the space of a year, man. And its sister, like, you know, it's not, there's now a lesser version of this, which is called GoTV. The increment of the decline was 88.7%, which was from 2.7 million in June 2024 to 314,000. Imagine that, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. It is staggering, man. Like, this used to be the, you know, the top, man. It's just good to show that the world is changing, ladies and gentlemen. The world of entertainment is changing. The fact that even YouTube is in this discussion, the fact that I'm now a competitor to maybe TLC and whatnot is interesting. It's staggering. The likes of Dylan Page, Mr. Beast are now competitors to such. It's interesting. That goes to show that the world is changing, man. God knows what in the next 3 years, what's gonna happen, man. Are they gonna still be on the top of the food chain in regards to this? Are they gonna change their formula? Who knows, man? That is in Kenya, right? Now going to South Africa, I have South African viewers. DSTV has lost 2.8 million subscribers since 2023, declining from 17.3 to 14.5 million, which is a 16% reduction in just 2 years. This decline, as per the data, actually started since 2016. And what happened in 2016, there was this introduction of Netflix. So with other industry giants taking over the world, do you think DSTV is going to stay on for longer? My African people, please do tell me in the comments. And with that said, let us now move on into my thoughts on the Diddy documentary. So guys, I literally today, as we're recording, I watched this the previous night and finished it today. I watched the Diddy documentary, and my God, I have to tell you that, guys, when power consumes you, you can think that you're on top of the world, man. And this is the case with this guy, man. It is so interesting to see the perspectives of other people who was around him and the man he turned out to be. When he started, he was not a bad guy. As he was growing and meeting with interesting people, you know, the thing is that we don't know who he met, how many people he met. We just know from what we've just been shown, bro. And evil comes from a place of, I don't know, thirst, a place of you want everything to be you, to be around you. The light should be just shown on you, you know. Watching this, I learned that we idolize these people too much. Even you who is watching, never idolize me. Never in your life, never idolize me. I feel like we have this idol culture within us. When we see this person and you say no, and when we get into this space, when we get the chance, and then we are used, and then when you come out of it and then you come to your senses, you're like, oh, rah, this is what is actually happening. For you to get to somewhere, you have to do such and such. Like, honestly, I don't think it has to be that, because the world has tainted this mirage of like you have to be evil, to be dark, to have these dark forces, these dark entities to actually successful. We live in a world where now you are innocent until proven guilty. And evidence has to be shown so that you can be proved guilty as charged. I don't know if that makes sense. Imagine if we had the technology now to even look into the brains of people, into the past of people, and see actually if this happened. Do you think this person could be in jail for such a time? I came out of that documentary with a lot of, not fear, because I am a believer in Christ and I don't fear such, but when they say be in this world but not of this world, it draws a new light into my mind about the world around us, that whatever we see in front of us, the images that we see is not really it. There's something more to it. Anyway, if you have watched this, what do you guys think about this whole documentary? Do you think it was sufficient in explaining the notion of Diddy, the reckoning? Do you think that more evidence in the future is gonna come up? Please do let me know in the comments below. And that said, thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed, love your mother, drink some water. Peace.